The Isra and Mi'raj are the two parts of a night journey that, according to Islamic tradition, the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, took during a single night around the year 621. It has been described as both a physical and spiritual journey. A brief sketch of the story is in Surah 17 al-Isra of the Quran, and other details come from the Hadith, collections of the reports of the teachings, deeds and sayings of Muhammad. In the Isra part of the journey, Muhammad travels on the steed Burak to the farthest mosque, where he leads other prophets in prayer. He then ascends to heaven in the Mi'raj journey, where he speaks to God, who gives Muhammad instructions to take back to the faithful regarding the details of prayer. According to traditions, the journey is associated with the Laylat al-Mi'raj as one of the most significant events in the Islamic calendar. Masjid al-Aqsa, the farthest mosque, the place referred to in the Quran as the farthest mosque from al-Isra, has been historically considered as referring to the site of the modern-day al-Aqsa mosque in Jerusalem. However, the al-Aqsa mosque in Jerusalem was not built during Muhammad's lifetime. The Jerusalem interpretation was advanced by the earliest biographer of Muhammad, Ibn Ishaq, and is supported by numerous ahadith. The term used for mosque, masjid, literally means place of prostration, and includes monotheistic places of worship but does not lend itself exclusively to physical structures but a location. As Muhammad stated, the earth has been made for me a place for praying. When Caliph Umar conquered Jerusalem after Muhammad's death, a prayer house was rebuilt on the site. The structure was expanded by the Umayyad Caliph Abd al-Malik ibn Marwan and finished by his son al-Walid in 705 CE. The building was repeatedly destroyed by earthquakes and rebuilt, until the reconstruction in 1033 by the Fatimid Caliph Ali Arizona Zahir, and that version of the structure is what can be seen in the present day. Many Western historians, such as Hiri Barbusa and Neil Robinson, agree that Jerusalem is the originally intended interpretation of the Quran. Muslims used to pray towards Jerusalem, but Muhammad changed this direction, the Qibla, to instead direct Muslims to face towards the Kaaba in Mecca after the revelation of these verses of the Quran. And thus we have made you a just community, that you will be witnesses over the people and the messenger will be a witness over you. And we did not make the Qibla which you used to face except that we might make evident who would follow the messenger from who would turn back on his heels. And indeed, it is difficult except for those whom Allah has guided, and never would Allah have caused you to lose your faith. Indeed, Allah is, to the people, kind and merciful. We have certainly seen the turning of your face, O Muhammad, toward the heaven, and we will surely turn you to a Qibla with which you will be pleased. So turn your face toward al-Masjid al-Haram, and wherever you, believers, are, turn your faces toward it, in prayer. Indeed, those who have been given the scripture well know that it is the truth from their Lord, and Allah is not unaware of what they do. Quran, Chapter 2 Verse 143 to 144. Modern observance. The Laylat al-Mi'raj, also known as Shab-e Mi'raj in Iran, Pakistan, India and Bangladesh, and Mirak Kandili in Turkish, is the Muslim festival celebrating the Isra and Mi'raj. Some Muslims celebrate this event by offering optional prayers during this night, and in some Muslim countries, by illuminating cities with electric lights and candles. The celebrations around this day tend to focus on every Muslim who wants to celebrate it. Worshippers gather into mosques and perform prayer and supplication. Some people may pass their knowledge on to others by informing them the story on how Muhammad's heart was purified by an archangel who filled him with knowledge and faith in preparation to enter the 7 levels of heaven. After prayer, food and treats are served. The Al-Aqsa mosque marks the place from which Muhammad is believed to have ascended to heaven. The exact date of the journey is not clear, but is celebrated as though it took place before the Hijra and after Muhammad's visit to the people of Taif. It is considered by some to have happened just over a year before the Hijra, on the 27th of Rajab, but this date is not always recognized. This date would correspond to the Julian date of February 26, 621, or, if from the previous year, March 8, 620. In Shia Iran, for example, Rajab 27 is the day of Muhammad's first calling or Mab'as. The Al-Aqsa mosque and surrounding area marks the place from which Muhammad is believed to have ascended to heaven, is the third holiest place on earth for Muslims. Many sects and offshoots belonging to Islamic mysticism interpret Muhammad's night ascent, the Isra and Mi'raj, to be an out-of-body experience through non-physical environments. Unlike the Sunni Muslims or mainstream Islam, the mystics claim Muhammad was transported to Jerusalem and onward to seven heavens. Even though the apostle's body remained where it was, esoteric interpretations of Islam emphasize the spiritual significance of Mi'raj, seeing it as a symbol of the soul's journey and the potential of humans to rise above the comforts of material life through prayer, piety and discipline. Muhammad was taken to the Masjid al-Aqsa, where he had performed prayer leading all previous prophets, and then taken to the heavens in a journey